Well, here we are, guys. It is the start of Season 4. Is it me or has it just gone super quick? We're in Season 4 already. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, I hope you guys are all keeping well, keeping safe out there. Crazy times, of course, but I am here to entertain you. Hopefully, if you're at home at the moment, self-isolating or whatever, quarantining yourself, as they call it, you've got some videos to watch, I'm sure, and I would like to add to that entertainment value today. We're going to be bringing you the transfer window, of course. We will be, well, I'm hoping to bring in one or two players, but also selling a couple of players as well. So we'll be looking into it in this episode. There won't be any gameplay, I don't think. We've got a pre-season tournament, which will, of course, simulate as we always do. But yeah, we're just going to take this one as we go and be nice and chill, really. So I've gone back to the 4-2-3-1 for now. I've been enjoying it. I feel like in the Premier League, it seems to work better. In the Championship, having two strikers was insane. Same with League One, really. But in the Premier League last season, it didn't quite work out for me. So with McNeil coming in on that left side and McKinley on the right, it makes sense to have wingers, of course. Nemetra up top. Lawrence is my only central attacking midfielder since we sold Gomez. So that's certainly a position that I'm interested in improving. Bringing in another Cam. We've got Taylor and Billing right now as the central midfielders, but of course we also have Gravenberch. We've got Gibbs White, who has 12 months left on his loan. We've got Mumba, Grimes, we've got Dobson in there as well. But there are a couple of names that I'm looking to move on. One being Akore. I think he's probably going to move on. We'll see. It'll be a replacement. He won't be sold and then not replaced. We will bring in potentially another centre-back. Actually, do we need to? We've got Godfrey and Kilman. So I would argue, unless we do plan on playing three at the back a little bit more at some point, I might not need another centre-back. And of course, Hover can play as a centre-back as well. 81 rated now, by the way. Everyone in this team is 80 rated except from Lawrence or Gunn. So Gunn should hit that soon. And Lawrence, of course, won't. But we will hopefully bring in a central attacking midfielder in this episode that is 80 rated or more. And we're going to take a look in the market right now. So we are going to be making a move for Kevin De Bruyne. I'm kidding. I'm obviously kidding. That's definitely not going to work. There is Phil Foden, but I highly doubt we would ever be able to afford him. But what I will do is shortlist him for now. It's very unlikely. We've got Harriet for nows, although their wage, I mean, Foden, for example, 120k per week. It's so much money. And I don't think really the Premier League is the best place right now for this because of the wages, but we'll still continue to go through here. We've got Mason Mount also on 120k per week. Yeah, either way, in the Premier League, it's going to be very expensive. We've got Ben Woodburn there. Potentially could be good. We'll go ahead and shortlist him as well. I guess we need to look in the Championship, so let's go ahead and do that now. We've already got Roberts shortlisted from there. Any names that stand out? Because I'm looking for at least 80 rated, and I very much doubt we're going to find that in the Championship. So maybe we need to check the Bundesliga, the Spanish League, all of the other leagues. But we've added Domingos Quina. I need to learn how to say his name. We've got Tyler Roberts there as well. I know he's a good player, so he is shortlisted, but I don't think we're going to find anyone else here. I've just found Jack Grealish chilling in France right now. He's playing for Marseille, 83 rated. We could probably sign him for just under 35 mil, something like that. But most importantly, his wage is less than 50k right now, which is, of course, much more affordable. So we've shortlisted him. And I've just found Andreas Pereira, ex-Man United, now playing for Frankfurt. A release clause of 22.2 million. Sounds a little bit high, considering he's not that great, but of course in FIFA, because I'm talking about his performances in real life, he's been really poor for Man United for a while now, but in FIFA, he could be a very good choice. So I've added him, and that would be not too bad. 22 million for a player that's probably around 78 to 80 rated, something like that. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anyone in the Spanish league that takes my interest. No one in the Portuguese league either. So I think MLS is our last option, really. We've got Areola there. He was someone that we looked into at the end of Season 1, wasn't it? When we could look at potentially signing players for free. We didn't do it. I could still add him, I guess. I don't think he's going to be what I'm looking for. The one thing I didn't like about Angel Gomez was the fact he was 5'6", really weak. You know, he just didn't feel right. I don't know, but Areola's the same, 5'6", and he's probably really weak. So I think we'll pass on that. I don't think we're really going to find anyone of the level I need in the MLS. No offense, but the MLS, of course, isn't known for having players in their prime, top of their game, you know, like world-class players. You normally see players that are almost retiring, excuse me, going over to the MLS. No, I'm not sick. Don't even try and spam the comments with the C word. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into the transfer hub. So we've got quite a few players here. Let's go by position. So the first player that really jumps out to me is Grealish. I feel like he could be very, very good. He could be the one. He's 26, so he's just going into his prime now. He's got perfect stats for what I'm looking for. He's able to play on the left as well, which is always a good thing. Woodburn would have very high wages and wouldn't be as high rated as Grealish. So I think Woodburn's gone. I think it's the same with these two guys in the Championship. They're not going to be at the level I'm looking for. So I think I'm going to drop those guys out for now. In terms of centre-back, I don't know what to do. If I do sell Okore, which I don't have to do, but he's not going to get any better, is he, at 29 years old? So maybe it's worth bringing someone else in. But Mavropanos will have very high wages. Retsos, maybe he's too good to be a backup option. Foden, I very much doubt we can make that work. We're going to have to spend a lot of money to get him. So I think Grealish is the safe option here. I don't think Pereira is quite what I'm looking for either. I think we just jump on this right now. We get Grealish. Let's do it. Jack Grealish, is he going to sign for Sunderland? Let's see if we can get something done here. I'm hoping for 30 million. Something like that. We could try and do some sort of player swap. We could throw in Mumba, because I'm just not going to use Mumba anymore. Now that I've got Taylor, he's completely taken his position. We've got Dobson as well, but do you know what? I'm going to throw Mumba. No, wait, I'm breaking a rule. I said I wouldn't do it anymore. In FIFA, it just doesn't work. You don't get the value out of it, so I will sell Mumba if I decide to get rid of him. Let's just offer a transfer fee, and I'm going to throw in 25. Do you reckon they're going to storm out of the room if I offer 25? It's practically half my budget. Let's see what the Marseille manager has to say. And, oh, wow, they want my entire transfer budget. 41 million for Jack Grealish. It's still quite cheap if you were trying to buy him in real life right now. Let's try 32.5. I know it's not quite in the middle, but go on. I dare you to accept it. Nope. We're sticking to our price tag. Okay, this does make things harder. I want him, though. I really do want to get him. Let's try 37.5. Final offer. I don't think they're going to accept this. Come on, please. Okay. 37.5 million for Grealish. I think, yes, I'm paying quite a lot of money for a player that isn't going to win me the Champions League on his own, but he's going to be a vital part of this season. We need to finish in the top half minimum. Ideally, we need to finish in the top 6. So he's a player that we're going to need to bring in, a type of player that we need. So let's hope that he's willing to reduce his wages a little bit, and hopefully we won't be signing him up for, like, 80k per week, something like that. It could easily go that high though, because we are a Premier League side. Crucial squad role, I think that's more than fair. He will play pretty much every game. 4 years, let's try 5, just because why not? We'll tie him down for longer. And he's happy with that. Okay. Release clause, we don't need any of that. He doesn't mind. Please, please. Yes, come on. 55k. That is workable. So we're going to remove the bonus. And what I'm going to try here is 50k per week, but I'm going to give him a cold milli. £1 million up front to save a bit of money on the wages. Actually, it's a bit much. Let's try maybe 800,000. Do the deal. Do it. Get in there. Okay, I might have overpaid slightly, but I just do not want to mess things around too much. I don't want to lose out. Jack Grealish is now a Sunderland player, and he will come in and do an insane job for us. And the number 10 shirt is waiting for him. Okay, so he's in the team. Straight away, you're looking at the highest rated player behind Ake, which is really, really good. I'm so excited we got that done. He's not going to be groundbreaking, don't get me wrong. It's not like we've signed Mbappe, okay? But he is going to be a solid player for us until the end of the series, for sure. And I think he kind of fits what I'm looking for. Someone a bit more physical. He can play at centre mid as well, which means he can be a little bit more of a deep player. But he is going to be sitting behind the striker. Every now and again, I'm sure I might pop him out on the left side. But to be fair, I'm super happy with that. I'm happy with the bench as it is right now. Gravenberch, how are you not getting in the team? Taylor, man, it's so difficult because I don't want two players that are very similar. Billing and Gravenberch are both tall players, and I kind of need someone that complements Billing, and Taylor just slips in nicely there. So I can't put Gravenberch in, and it absolutely sucks because he is amazing. I think, if anything, I drop Billing, you know, because Taylor, he's the new player that we've just got very recently, and he's just incredible. Look at these stats. Yeah, he has to be in the team, really, doesn't he? So we've got Camacho as the backup winger. We've got Gibbs-White, Gravenberch. I think it might be worth having a defensive midfielder on the bench. So maybe a Dobson comes in, or Grimes. Let's go there with Grimes and then do that. Okay. And also, another thing that's driving me mad, it's Kilman. He's been here since the start, but I would be mad to use him when I've got Ake and Chambers and Godfrey as well that are all the same rating or higher. So he's another player that I thought would be here for the long run, but actually we've just found better players along the line. Ake was too good of a signing to pass up on. We have a real mix, don't we? We've got some young players, you know, Hover's 20, 19 for Taylor, 20 for McKinley, but 26-year-old Grealish. We've got 27-year-old centre-backs. Billing is 26. We've got Grant, 24. It's not your typical career mode from me, is it? Where I've got just only young players. I've really switched it up for this Sunderland save, and I hope you guys have been enjoying that, especially with the loan deals we did recently. Well, not so recently, but when we brought in, gosh, what's his name? Evans. And you can't forget the other signing we made, which, oh, what's his name? No, Kabai. I almost forgot his name. But what do we do here? What do I do? Do I need to bring in anyone else? I don't really think so. I'm a little bit concerned that we don't have kind of an 80 rated winger that can come in as a backup. So I am quite tempted to... Out of these two, who would you keep? Mumba or Dobson? Because I wouldn't mind bringing in another winger. Winger? Because Camacho is a good player, but he's not Champions League level, and we need a Champions League level winger as backup soonish. You know, in the next 2 seasons, we'll probably be there. So let's have a look at some wingers, and let's just double check how much money we've got to play with here. And it's 10 million. We can probably loan in a winger. That might work quite well. We've got an email here saying that we've reached one of our brand exposure objectives. I'm a little bit concerned that the other objective we've got right now, let me find it. It was to keep the salary lower, wasn't it? Which is financial. Yeah, keep salary growth under 15%. 0% at the moment. I guess we could sell one of the players that has a lot of wages if we really want to complete that objective, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see if we can loan in a winger. Brooks, who is currently at Leverkusen. We've got Lookman, who of course is at RB Leipzig, and I didn't like him too much when I did my RB Leipzig career mode, but I think for this type of career mode, he could actually be very good. And then we've got Nathan Redmond, who is also at Leverkusen. I thought that was interesting, to say the least, and I think he could be actually a very good option for us on loan, of course, because we will not be able to afford any of these players. So what we're going to do is fully scout them. We're going to go ahead and remove cams because I don't need to do anything yet, and we'll just see what kind of ratings we're looking at, and more importantly their wages as well. So I think a loan deal is probably what we're going to have to do. Let's go ahead and get this pre-season tournament done. We've got an upset Morris here. Oh dear. Learn from experience. No reaction, of course. So there was confirmation of the budget increase from last season, which it could have been more. I'm not going to lie. It would have been nice if it was a little bit more, but it's okay. We're working with what we've got. Now, against Sheffield United, we got a 2-0 win. Okay. Interesting. Is my team going to have a better year? I really, really hope we have a better season. I really do. Grimes is another player that's not too happy at the moment, but of course we do not want to sell him, even for something like 17 million, which isn't bad, to be fair. Up next, we've got Augsburg, and nothing there. Why are you bringing up the email menu when there's nothing to read, honestly? Interest shown in Brooks, 29.2 million. Okay. Another transfer offer here for Morris. Oh, I wish I could block these. It's so annoying that you can't block it when they're upset. I do get it. It makes sense. But 29.2 million is something we cannot afford. But I don't know what rating he is. I don't really want to commit to something like this. And to be fair, I think I want a right-footed winger. Because we've got McKinley. We've got McNeil. And we've got Camacho. So we'd have 2 left and then 2 right-footed. So I'm kind of looking more towards Lookman and Redmond, to be fair. Oh, it's really difficult. I don't know who I'd want more. I guess, yeah, it comes down to the scout report. Let's go ahead and sim the game against Augsburg here. And a 3-1 win. We are into the semi-finals, regardless of the result against Saint Etienne. I haven't set up training. We should probably do that. Who do I want to train? We are going to go with Grant having 2 drills and Camacho having 3 drills because I don't want to get rid of him. I still like having him. I just think 74 rated, we can do quite a lot better, can't we, as our main backup winger. So we'll go ahead and train him up. Makes sense, doesn't it? So like I said, this match does not matter. The result is not something we need to worry about. We get an offer for Grimes here. That's a very good offer, actually. 19.6 million, but he's not a player I'm looking to sell at this point. So the answer is no. And now let's simulate the game against Saint Etienne. We do not need to worry about it, but I would love to get another win. We got a 2-2 draw. It's not too bad. And we have Levante up next. Winnable, I would say. Another bit of training to do here. The training is ridiculous in this game, though. It is very, very strong, but it's silly not to do it in a Road to Glory. Typically, I've actually not done training after a few seasons in most of my career modes, but we will continue doing it here. Levante, can we get a win? Oh, another offer for Morris. It is literally never ending. I think this game against Levante, we should be comfortably winning this. We are the away side, technically, so that will affect it. And we lost, really, to Levante. Okay, but we can beat Sheffield United comfortably. Oh, man. Oh, well, that's just what it is. How much did we earn? We got 2.8 million there and something like 2.8 million before that. So, yeah, let's say we've just earned 5 million from playing 4 games. So it's not too bad, is it? We'll take it. More training coming up. There we go. Oh, another transfer off for Morris. I wish you could just block it. It really would be nice. But I do understand it's realism. If a player wants out, they just want to get out. So I do understand it. It's just annoying, isn't it? Constantly getting offers for players that you do not want to sell. By the way, I'm still waiting for scout reports to come back. I think this might be it. There we go. We've got a ton of scout reports to go through. Probably players that I've removed from the transfer shortlist. But, ooh, okay. So Lookman's 81 rated. Redmond is 80 rated. He, of course, isn't going to be growing any more than that. But he's absolutely rapid, of course. He's not as quick as Lookman, though. It's close. But Brooks is, to me, I see Brooks more as a central attacking midfielder. I don't think it actually suits him too much being out on the right side. So I think I'm more tempted to go with Lookman here. He's got the cheapest wages, and I've just seen Brooks has just moved. So, yeah, that's kind of made my choice for me. We'll go ahead and remove him now. And I think I'm going to go for Lookman. I think we're more likely to get him. Potentially. Okay, let's try and approach to loan. Okay, they're listening. Sometimes you straight up just cannot even make an offer. So let's see if we can convince RB Leipzig to let go of Lookman here. 1-year loan. That's all we need. Yep, they're happy with that. The real question is, if we do get through this, will he want to join? I think it's probably quite unlucky, isn't it? Unlucky? Unlikely. Can't get my words out sometimes. Okay, so they've actually decided that 50-50 is fine. I was expecting to have to pay more than that. So that's good. I won't offer Redmond because we've seen what happens if you do that. Sometimes you end up with 2 players and not just 1. So that's good. And we'll see if we get some good news. Yay! There we go. We've got 2 emails from the board saying that they're disappointed I haven't sold 2 players yet. Grimes and Morris. I don't want to. The sooner this window is over, the better at this point. But Lookman's in. We've got Lookman. We have a brand new winger that will go on the bench for a big season. That is going to help us out massively. So I think we can just sell Akore. We've got Kilman and Hover as backup centre-backs along with Godfrey. So let's go ahead and drop Camacho to the bench. And Akore will be leaving. So we'll do this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So Akore, I'm afraid your time is up. Well, isn't that interesting? Arsenal have come in and made an offer to sign Chambers. Good one. That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever, seeing as we signed him for free from Arsenal. Free agent. Silly, silly Arsenal. But anyway, it doesn't surprise me. That's what Arsenal do in real life. We run contracts down. Finally, though, we get an offer for Akore. 5.2 mil. I'm just going to take it. Sheffield United as well. Interesting. They're in the Championship, so he's a good signing for them. If he goes... Oh, another offer. 5.5 from Benfica. We'll go ahead and accept any offers coming in, to be fair. I don't really need to worry about 500,000 difference. Another offer coming in for Morris. So it looks like at the moment we've got 2 players that kind of want to leave, and that is Chambers, Morris, and Grimes. So I do need to watch out because, yeah, it could upset the board if I don't sell them. But I think he's gone now, is he? Okay. Interesting. So maybe I'm going to get an email saying that he's gone to Benfica. Haven't had any clarification on that. So Gravenberch wants to play. Consider that. Boss, I didn't have a great preseason. There are reasons I wasn't feeling 100%. You're a key player to my plans, Jack. Don't worry, mate. But that is going to be it for this episode, guys. We will see in the next one whether or not Akore actually goes. We will try and sell him, of course, but maybe 5.5 million from Benfica is coming our way. That would be nice. And we kick off the season with a game away to Leicester City. So it's been a good episode. We've made some good signings there. Grealish and Lookman coming in. I think they're going to help us out massively. And I cannot wait to get the season started. So make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification bells. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode very soon.